Country boy, I love you. Can that be the whole video today? I was gonna put this on, but my hair just looks too perfect. I can't. She's still a little bit moist. Anyway, I'm always bound to my props. You know that at this point. Let me put this down. Who am I? Sorry, I forgot who I am. Hello, babies, and welcome back to Dragmas, your draggy Christmas countdown on the 12 days leading up to Christmas. And you, my sweet, sweet country boy, have landed yourself on episode 9? It's 9, right? Kylie, is it 9? I think it's 9. I'm your host, David Day, and today we are getting into country drag, right? You saw the prop. It's so heavy. I made this myself for the Beyonce World Tour, but I actually didn't end up bringing it with me because it weighs like 6 pounds. You know how airplanes are with their luggage. Love airplanes.
Love pink.
Today we're getting into country western drag with a twist. The twist, of course, being and yeah, we're gonna look at some funny Christmas videos, girl. It's gonna be a great time. I have my Red Bull here and my extra thick straw that remains a little bit crooked. Who among us isn't a little bit crooked? You know, it's the holidays, doll. Dragmas Day 9 start. Every frickin' time I cut my nails and they feel really stumpy. Anyway, Dragmas Day 9 starts now. It's day 9, right? That would be super awkward if it's not. So yesterday on day 8 of Dragmas, we talked about feeling seen. And we went into identity creation. We talked about social perceptions. We talked about a lot. Yeah, we talked about a lot. And I was feeling very existential. And it turned into almost like a podcast episode instead of Dragmas. But then like, what is Dragmas? You're soaking in it. So today we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it fun. We're going to keep it fresh. And above all, we're going to keep it Christmas. Crazy, cuckoo Christmas. That's what we're going for today. So I'm gonna finish up gluing my eyes here and lay some primer down, and then we are going to take a look at a creator on TikTok that published one of my favorite Christmas satire videos ever. It's so funny, it's so good. Trans fan. Love trans fans.
Love pink.
Okay, those bad boys are drying. Let's get into these TikToks. So this creator is named Zachariah Porter on TikTok, and they just make some of the funniest videos that you've ever laid your eyes on. So we're gonna take a look at some of the Christmas related ones from their profile today, because I just really get a kick out of these. And if you haven't seen them, go find them on TikTok if you're interested in doing that. Now, the first one, this video actually came out last year, and I watched this so many times. So it says Mrs. Claus, the docu-series.
What do you want to know? I was working at a club in Midtown. He used to call me his miracle on 34th Street. I loved him. Nobody was on my side. He's your son. He needs a father. Where have you been? Christmas? It's all an illusion. I caught that motherfucker with a sugar plum fairy. You tell the heat miser he's a fucking rat. And we're all at a cheese. The North Pole's all one big NDA. Everybody thinks my life is perfect. Sienna! Got your cookies, big guy. You haven't touched me in 15 years. What about my milk and cookies? I have needs. Nobody was on my side. It's all about you. It's always been about you. Whatever happened to the gingerbread man? I came from nothing. Let me ask you something. Ever wonder why Mrs. Claus can't leave the country? You're not ready for that story. Our life was like living in a snow globe. And then it shattered.
So good, so funny. They have so many different series that they have on their TikTok page. I'm obsessed with Zachariah. Zach. I have said the line, "You're a rat and I'm all out of cheese," so many times. I've said that so many times because of that video. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm quickly going to, in this moment, notice that I do not have enough glue on those brows. Look how, all right, well, we're starting the day with oatmeal. Oh, that's bad. That's bad.
I need to rush out of here making weird panic noises.
That is so bad. I don't think I've ever done such a bad glue job before, but that's okay. That's bad. Okay, so I'm going to press these down and maybe a little bit of foundation will help them stick down. You can only hope. Am I right? Am I right, ladies? Oh, wow. Okay, that made a huge difference putting that powder foundation down because you're a rat and I'm all out of cheese. I have brows poking out in every direction. They can't all be winners, am I right? Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing as yesterday with keeping the brows together like that. I think that looked pretty good, but you're not gonna believe this. I know, hold on to your hats. I think I am only going with one set of brows today. We're not gonna do the doubles. And this slow slide to see if our brows are sitting there.
Show me to me, please.
And they are. Gorgeous. Look how smooth and fast that was. Nothing beats the tattoo brows. Maybe having the skill to put them on yourself, but I don't have that. Okay, now my brow. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the brows are in and the brows are dry. So I'm gonna go in with some white kimchi concealer and start carving out the bottoms. Those are such tiny brows. Am I even gonna recognize myself in this look? I've been slapping on them brows like nobody's business. Okay, so the white is in. Now I'm just gonna blend that white out. Okay, so I have the bottom parts of them blended. I like the way that they look. They look so small. They look so small. So I'm gonna go above the brows now and start carving the tops and see what we can do here. Okay, so I have them cut. Now I'm going to blend my edges. Oh, do they match? No. Do I care? Also no. That's the kind of day we're soaking in here, dolls. Day 9, you know, we're serving casual country. That's what it is with K's. Why not? Why not? Okay, well, since I said casual, the next Zachariah video we're gonna watch is not going to be Christmas related. This video is so entertaining to me, so I hope you find the same. Let's watch this.
Bad news. The cook quit. He's pissed. I would go back there, but I'm not gonna. Sweetheart, let me tell you something. Never marry a man with 4 teeth. He will ruin your life. Do you want to order something? I don't got paper. We can do. I can only use the microwave because he's out. I told you he left. I got beef burritos in the cooler. I just wrote beef burrito. Did you want that? I have 3 kids. They all hate me. We're too much alike. I have a sip. I keep it open till 12 if the money's bad. I got locals, they come in. They're all fishermen. They pay cash and they run fast and hard. They reek, but they got good money. Ever been to Atlantic City? That place, crazy. I was supposed to live in Orlando. I was gonna get a job at this tiki bar. It didn't work out. I'll put your order in, but do you know anyone that works for Toyota? Can you keep a secret? We have cockroaches. Little black beetles running around. You want to take the shot with me tonight? I got this banana puckers. Knock you on your ass.
I didn't realize that one of my quirky bits that I use came from that video. Do you know anyone that works for Toyota? Why is that so funny? Is it funny or is it just me? Is it brain rot? Let me know in the comments. Okay, we are zooming right along, girls. We're gonna get started with the color. So I'm going to prime my lids. That's way too much primer. Do you know anyone that works for Toyota?
I just wrote
Toyota. So the color palette that we're going for is green. Nope, nothing's green.
Call a crackhead.
So the color palette today is going to be yellow and blue. You're soaking in it. We're going yellow and blue. So I'm going to start with my yellow on this inside corner. So my goal here today with the smaller brow is to incorporate the brow more into my face. Because, you know, the brows are the fingerprints of the face. And I feel like my fingerprint has been straight. You know, like it just, the brows haven't been browing for me. So my goal here is to follow the curvature of the brow to right here, right? That's the highest point of the brow. And then I want to maintain that same amount of space and bring it down. And then the blue is going to hook up, right? I feel like the eye makeup should go farther than the brows. And I haven't been doing it like that. I've been doing that the brows and the eye makeup land at the same point, and I don't think that's right. I don't think that's what I want. So I'm gonna do that same thing on this side. I want this line to be more curved, and that one didn't come out curved. It came out quite pointy actually, but I could fix that when I do the stones, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Do you ever have those days where you're like, you're not necessarily in a rush, but you're doing things almost maybe in a careless way? I feel very careless and carefree right now. And it's in my experience that it's usually those days that get you pretty good results if you're doing something creative, where you just say, it and just do whatever. That's what it's giving, honey. And I think a big part of that is what I was able to talk about in yesterday's episode of Dragmas Day 8. If I was a Christian YouTuber, I would say things were very heavy on my heart. And you know what? I'm not a Christian YouTuber, but things were very heavy on my heart. So if you haven't seen that episode, I would highly recommend it. And if you have seen that episode, that's awesome. I'm glad that you watched it. I hope you enjoyed it. I love being able to diversify what we do here, because the secret to fun is what? Diversification, hunty. We're always looking to diversify. The yellow's in there and the yellow looks good. So now it's time for the tape. I have no nails, so how am I even gonna do this? How did that happen? What's purple? I haven't touched anything purple. I'm covered in purple. This is why all my clothes end up stained with makeup. Now, I think the deal is you follow the curvature of the bottom of your actual eye where it like hooks up. So like right here. So it looks like a continuation of the eye. But then I'm gonna open so that I can actually get it there. I think the challenge here is that you should stay like this the whole time and not be looking down. So don't look down. Shrek! I'm looking down. Love Shrek.
Love pink.
Everyone deserves the chance to fly.
David?
Yeah, I think that's it. It feels wrong. It doesn't look symmetrical, but you know what? No retaping today. I'm instituting that rule right now. Y'all don't normally see, but sometimes I end up taping 2 or 3 times, and I've had it with the retaping today, so we're just gonna throw on this color. Suppose I never really thought about that this is just gonna blend into green in the middle. So the vibe is to connect them here, following that curvature until we get to the outer corner of the eye and connecting it. Right? Or am I crazy? I don't know how I'm gonna blend these together. Okay, wait, because I think that's the shape I want. But this one, what's different about these two? What am I missing? This is going out not as high? Or it's going higher? It's going higher. Okay, well I can fix that with concealer. It really renders the tape useless, but that's okay. So now it's time to connect those two colors. Because normally what I do is I will blend those two colors in my palette before I bring them to my face. But I feel like if I try and do that, then we're just gonna end up with green. That's kind of what's happening right now. I just don't want it to read green.
Why is she green?
You know? So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna blend them so we get that green color. And then I'm just gonna go back in with the original colors and brighten up those edges. Sure, let's go with that. Okay, so now I'm gonna give myself a liner. That looks outrageous, but I'm not gonna leave it like that. Okay, looks good on that side. Now I'm gonna match it on this side. We have the liner there. Let's take the tape off and see what we are working with. Ow. Yeah, okay, that's the hooded eye moment right there, because you see when I look down, then it makes it look like it's connected even though it's not. Come on, hooded eyes. Ow. Ow. The challenge now is to try and get those to match. I think I can do it. So I'm just gonna take a makeup wipe, put my finger in it real tight. Hey. Closer. She's looking a little stumpy, I gotta be honest. Okay, so they're not perfectly symmetrical, but nothing ever is. Everything in life is always slightly wonky. Remember that. Let's watch another Zachary video. This Christmas one is from this year.
Have you ever loved somebody so much you would do anything for them? He's lying to you. Protect the magic. Protect Christmas. 3 people know what happened that night. Santa Claus, me, and Krampus. I kept their secrets. I can't do this. None of this is magic. It's a living nightmare. Somebody needs to tell the who's in Whoville what really happened. Where the body is. They deserve the truth. But that's just how it is in the North Pole. So cold. Even the ice has secrets.
Even the ice has secrets. That's so funny. My God. I love that man.
I can't control me.
So the next step here is we are going to do the bottom half of the face. So I'm going to start with some primer with my blue tinted fingers. Awesome. Good thing everything I use is full coverage because I am very blue. God, it looks like I have hypothermia.
I know what it's like to perform through pain.
Oh, cool. It's not really going away. Just take my baby wipe and work them knuckles in. It's called Adam and Eve, not Adam and Orange knuckle creases from Self Tanner. Love Self Tanner.
Love pink.
Trans fan. So we're going to start with foundation in the middle. No, we're not starting with foundation. What am I doing, David? We need concealer under that. We need color under the eyes.
Hi, I'm Sarah McLachlan.
Good Lord, I'm getting so ahead of myself. Just a minute. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of this color under the eyes. Okay, now for real. Just call me David Skip Steps They. Okay, we're gonna go in with some concealer. Normally I would do my skin tone concealer here, but I think I'm feeling crazy, so we're gonna go with a little bit of white. So I have the white in there, now I'm gonna blend it out. There used to be pink on this brush. I think I do care. God damn it.
I'm not really like a huge pink fan.
This side is blended. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now it's actually time for foundation. You know, sometimes when I look at myself, I go, what has your life turned into? But this is what it's turned into. You're soaking in it. So my lighter color is there. Now I'm gonna go in for my darker and hopefully breathe some life into this face. Nothing like painting your ears in the morning, hey? So now we have these two colors very dramatically meeting here. So we're gonna blend them together. Now it's time for powder foundation. And now my next step after the powder foundation is we're gonna powder, because we powder before we powder before we powder.
It's fashion.
You get it. This one hair is deliberately trying to antagonize me. That looks good. That looks good. I am happy with that. So we're gonna go in with a blush and a highlight on the bottom, and then we're gonna do the stones. Oh, honey. I really want to do the top of my face because that crease right there is killing me, girl. But let's get into another Zachariah video. So this one is called Mrs. Claus Right Now.
We are in the middle of our busiest time of year. And where is Santa? In between Martha May Houvier's legs. And I'm here, running the North Pole. Where are my elves? No one asked what I want for Christmas. A faithful husband and a BBL. Every kid wants a jelly cat. All we have is Shopkins. Another win for Amazon. Who the f*** is Miss Rachel? And why is she making toys? Get me on the phone with the CEO of Fisher-Price, please. Now. And will somebody fix the f***ing star? These elves are imbeciles. Jesus. Santa and I have been sleeping in separate beds since 9/11. No correlation, just the truth. He loves going down a chimney, but he never goes down on me. He's not that generous. Tell Mama you love her. Tell me! I'm sorry. He's just a baby. We're in the middle of a lawsuit with Will Ferrell. Elf? That's defamation. He had no rights! And to think, I love Step Brothers. Tony in Paramus wants an Xbox. He's 34. Tony's gonna get a new shower curtain liner. That shit is yellow. Grow up.
God, those are so good. I love those so much. All right, and now it's time for the stones. So I'm gonna go with these two colors right here. I'm gonna have to do some handiwork here because I don't have any of the tiniest yellow ones, so we're gonna make it work. We'll just start throwing them on and see what happens. So that is one eye. And now we'll do the same thing over here. All right, I'm stoned out of my mind. These stones. Well, so before I do the top of the forehead, I'm just gonna do my lashes real quick. Now it's actually time for the top of the head. So I'm gonna blend out these creases that just magically appeared. Boom, just like that, no forehead wrinkles. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my lighter color of foundation in the middle. I did not put primer on up here, did I? Oh well. And then my darker color of foundation on the edges, and then the powder foundation, and then a regular powder. I'm sold, and we haven't even done the most like money piece
I made a speech.
This is also the time in the makeup where I start to feel a little bit manic. But I didn't feel this yesterday, so that's fun. It's fun to feel things, isn't it?
Let's celebrate that.
Too real? Okay. So we need lashes and a lip, and I could pull this off in 5 minutes flat. We're gonna start with the lashes. Give me that lumpy lash glue. That could be a good drag name. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Lumpy Lash Glue. Ba-na-na-na-now. Okay, so I put glue on this lash, and I'm gonna press it down where I want it to go, and then remove it. And then I'm gonna glue this one and then place it down where I want it to go, but then remove it. And then I take this first one that's now a little bit tacky, press her into place, and then the same thing over here. I don't know what exactly it is, but this eye always looks more closed than this eye. Is that just how my eyes are, or am I gluing those lashes on differently? Because those look different, don't they? Oh, that looks closer. Yesterday when I did this, I really noticed how different my lashes looked. And then in Michelle's video, I did that same thing to hers, so I don't think it's our faces. It has to do with this inner corner in the front right there. Damn, those forehead wrinkles are back with a vengeance, aren't they? Okay, so last up here is a lip. So I just did this Makeup Forever lip liner. I'm gonna throw on this nice pink berry. All right, girly wigs, here we have it. Trans fan. Here's the final makeup. Makeup on my teeth. Sorry, I'm still learning. Yeah, okay, now this torture. Back to the one size spray. I spent real money on it, so we gotta actually use it. It looked pretty okay last time. I just need to get a few deep breaths in here.
"12 seconds later."
Trans fan. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good, yeah. Whew. Okay, the whole room smells of it. I can't.
Oh, I'm in a mood.
Okay, so I'm gonna go put on my country boy, I love you. Drag, and I will be right back to show you the finally completed look for Dragmas Day 9. Yes, God! Trans fan. Yeah, I am. I'm obsessed. I wasn't completely sold on this blue wig, but now that it's on and it's here, I'm obsessed with my reflection. This is so good. Okay, girly wigs, here's the final and completed look for Dragmas Day 9. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you had the best time. But I do believe, before we go, we have one more Zachariah Porter video to watch. So let me get that queued right up. Okay, here's the last one. It's Christmas mom themed. She's not Mrs. Claus anymore. She's just a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. Oh, this is very, I remember it all very well. Looking back, it was the summer I turned 18. Then I stepped into a little satin dancing dress that had a split in the side, clean up to my hip. Standing back from the looking glass, there stood a woman where a half-grown kid it stood. Anyway, she said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Okay, here's the last video.
I went shopping for the holidays. Hello, for your cousin Kicha. I went to Five Below for the big gift reveal day. They're doing a couple of them. The first one's on November 9th. Look at this. Bratz dolls. It's a hoodie. That one was me. It was. Mama had a whole life before you. Remember that? Thanks for me. $5. Mama's having a brat summer. I know what the kids talk about. I got internet, and you know that. This is freaking cool. James Corden karaoke mic. $5. She loves to sing. She's in that show choir. You remember? Jingle bell. Something like that. Hello Kitty construction advent calendar. You can get little buildings and get little creatures. I don't know. I want to show. $15. You can only get this stuff in store on November 9th. While supplies lasts. How to get it early? Betsy, the manager. I used to be in the bowling league. I'm gonna have to go back November 9th. I'm gonna need 2 of these. I'm a brat too. Knock it off. You better go quick.
She's in that show choir. You remember? That was so good. I can't believe we're at the end of day 9 already. So join me here tomorrow on YouTube for day 10 of Dragmas. We got 3 left. 3 left. We're double digits tomorrow. And as more and more people join this community, I just become so much more thankful. Where is that hair coming from? As more and more people join this community, it makes me increasingly aware of the fact of how none of this really happens without people watching. Like, you could be the most stunning, talented, beautiful, gorgeous individual, but if people aren't watching on the other side, it doesn't really, yeah, that's rough. So anyway, to those of you who have been here for a long time, or maybe a short time, maybe I pulled you in here during Dragmas, I appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another dysfunctional moment or an educational moment. We don't know, we do both. Versatility. Verse Queen, hashtag Verse Queen. Thanks for being here. Like the video if you like the video. If you made it this far, is there a cowboy hat? Leave me the cowboy emoji in the comments. I like that. And for one last time, country boy, I love you. Goodbye. Bow, I would dab, but then I'd lose my hat. Okay. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. You know?
Country boy, I love you.
Well, Tamar, have you ever watched the show? I love it. I love it.